see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
The 2026 MotoGP preseason test at the Chang International Circuit in Buriram, Thailand, has become a focus of attention after the Michelin tire slippage crisis plagued the performance of several riders, including Toprak Razgatlioglu. In this stressful situation, Jack Miller finally spoke out and revealed the major decisions he and his teammates made in response to the challenging track conditions. From the first day of testing in Buriram, the extreme asphalt temperatures and the long medium-speed nature of the corners made rear tire degradation a major issue. Michelin, as the sole MotoGP tire supplier, did bring a new construction for the 2026 season, but the combination of high temperatures and an aggressive riding style made traction a weak point. Toprak Razgatlioglu, known for his hard braking and extreme bike control, was seen several times experiencing excessive slippage on corner exits. In an interview after the afternoon session on the second day, Jack Miller openly explained that the team took a different approach than most other riders. He stated that the decision to change the weight distribution and electronics settings was drastic, not just a minor adjustment. According to Miller, relying solely on the standard settings would have increased the risk of highsides, especially in the fast corners of sectors 2 and 3 at Buriram. Jack Miller emphasized that this situation isn't solely about rider ability, but rather about technical adaptation to the characteristics of the new Michelin tires. He stated that Toprak Razgatlioglu faces a unique challenge due to the full transition to the MotoGP package, which demands much more brutal acceleration than previously experienced. Uncontrolled rear tire slippage could nullify the braking advantage that has been Toprak's main weapon. Miller revealed a major decision was to sacrifice a little single-lap speed for long-distance consistency. In sprint race simulations, this approach proved more stable, although the lap times weren't always at the top. Miller stated that the 2026 season will be largely determined by tire management, not just raw speed. Meanwhile, Michelin's technical team continues to gather intensive data from all manufacturers. They acknowledge that the Buriram circuit's characteristics have always been a tough test for rear traction due to the combination of long accelerations and abrasive asphalt surfaces. Toprak was seen in lengthy discussions with his technical crew, trying to find a balance between aggressiveness and control. Here's the full news. 2026 MotoGP preseason test at the Chang International Circuit in Buriram once again produced unexpected technical drama. Amidst the intense focus on developing the latest generation of engines and aerodynamics, a classic issue has once again plagued the paddock: Michelin's rear tire traction crisis. The situation became even more intriguing when Jack Miller openly revealed the major decision his team made after witnessing Toprak Razgatlioglu's struggles with extreme slippage on the hot Thai track. From the first morning, asphalt temperatures surpassed 55 degrees Celsius, causing tire performance to drastically change in just a few laps. Michelin introduced a new construction with the aim of improving stability during acceleration. But Buriram's numerous hard braking zones followed by long accelerations created an extraordinary thermal load on the right side of the rear tire. This combination triggered excessive spin, especially when riders opened the throttle too aggressively. Toprak Razgatlioglu, who has been in the spotlight this season for his continued improvement in adaptability, was seen losing grip several times exiting slow corners. His riding style, which relies on deep braking and quick transitions to the throttle, demonstrated how sensitive the new generation tires are to sudden torque changes. On several occasions, the bike appeared to veer wildly before finally regaining control. Jack Miller, known as a rider with extensive experience on various motorcycle types, chose a different approach. In a closed-door media interview, he explained that his team had made a radical decision, significantly changing the electronic settings, including the traction control map, engine braking, and power distribution in the first 3 gears. According to Miller, maintaining a purely aggressive style in Buriram would only increase the risk of a high side. He also revealed that telemetry data showed the slip ratio had almost doubled compared to the stepping test. This meant that it wasn't just the temperature, but also the combination of abrasive asphalt and cornering characteristics that demand long accelerations at high angles. In such conditions, every millimeter of throttle opening is crucial. The major decision Miller and his team made was to sacrifice lap time for long-term stability. They opted for a more tame setting, even though it meant losing a few tenths of a second in the opening sector. This strategy proved effective during long race simulations, where tire degradation was more consistently suppressed than more aggressive rivals from the start of the session. Meanwhile, Toprak reportedly held lengthy discussions with his technicians regarding changes to his riding style. Adapting to the characteristics of MotoGP requires compromise. While in the past he could use controlled sliding as a weapon, the margin for error is now much smaller. The 2026 Michelin tires appear to require a more refined approach when transitioning from braking to acceleration. Michelin itself is not standing still. Their technical representatives were seen intensively monitoring data from all teams, trying to understand whether this slippage crisis is universal or only occurs with certain setup combinations. They emphasized that the tires they brought had undergone extreme simulations, but the real-world conditions in Buriram still presented different challenges. This situation suggests that the 2026 season could be an era where tire management becomes a key differentiating factor. With increasingly stringent technical regulations and more responsive engines, the balance between power and traction has become an art form. Jack Miller stated that riders who can read the limits of their tires more quickly will have a significant advantage when the actual race begins. Interestingly, some paddock analysts are beginning to see that a conservative approach could actually be a long-term strategy. In sprint races and full race distances, steady degradation is more advantageous than spectacular but short-lived initial speed. The 2026 Buriram test has transformed from a mere timekeeping session into a major laboratory for understanding Michelin's latest character. The key decision revealed by Jack Miller wasn't just a matter of setup, but a racing philosophy, choosing control and consistency over raw aggression. With just weeks to go until the season opener, this slippage crisis is a serious wake-up call for all teams. Toprak is still adapting, Miller is showing a different direction, and Michelin is under scrutiny. One thing is certain: if this problem isn't completely resolved, the real drama could begin when the official starting lights go out and the pressure of a real race takes over.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me.